All right, there we go. Hey, Day.
Hey, hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was good. How about yours?
Pretty good. Got
Yeah.
some rest. It was
Got
nice.
some rest. I watched the Super Bowl, ready for baseball season now.
Exactly. No, you mentioned you were watching the Winter Olympics as well.
Yes. Oh, yes. I watched so much Olympic stuff over the weekend. I'm obsessed with curling. It's my favorite one. All right, let's see. I'm gonna bring in, let's see. We're gonna start bringing some people in if you're ready. Let's see. Get the Ooh, everybody's got their note takers too. Here we go. I'm just gonna go right down the line. Here we go. All right. Hello, hello, and happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday.
There we go. Hello. There we go. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Um, I will say that I spent most of it watching the Winter Olympics. I don't know about anybody else. Day and I were talking about that before everybody popped in. Uh,
They're
Wait,
awesome.
let's
who
see.
do we have on our call? I can't see.
I'm looking at the list right now. We've got
Oh, let me get my gallery view going. Oh, there's Jackie.
George, Yafe, Kathy, Katie, Mary. So we've got some people popping in.
Mary made it. Cool. Let me let Pascal know to jump on. I'll be right back.
All right. While we're waiting for that, just a quick icebreaker. What is everybody's favorite Winter Olympic sport to watch? I've already been asking the support team this question too. So mine is curling and bobsled. I don't know what it is about bobsled, but I
Ooh,
love it.
I
I like
I
like
personally like them
the
all.
Ooh.
hockey and
Oh,
figure skating.
I do love
Figure
hockey.
skating is fantastic.
Mhm.
The figure skating is good. I haven't been able to watch much of the figure skating yet. I think bobsled just kind of comes
Dan
from watching
Dawson.
Cool Runnings one too many times as a child. Um, but I do love hockey. I think the hockey is really great. I also really love the snowboarding and the skiing. I like watching the big jump for snowboarding. That's one of my favorite ones, watching
Ooh,
them do all those fun tricks.
Yeah,
So,
that's I love the skiing, the out of controlness and then like the half pipe stuff. Very
hmm
cool.
Oh, half pipe is so cool. Yes.
How about
I
the open
loved watching
ceremonies?
um
we can't
the
talk about
ceremony.
Mariah Carey.
I will say that before the Olympics, I had never seen a POV view of a skeleton, what that's like, and I watched one, and I'm terrified of the sport ever since. All right, let's see. Here's the other Allison. There's Pascal, and there's
Perfect.
Dawson as well. Here we go.
Good. Okay. All right. So it's 12:04. Julia, I want
Yep.
to get started.
All
And
right.
did you happen to get my email that I sent?
I can double check. Let me double check really quick.
Okay.
While I am doing that,
Yeah.
we have some ch changes that I want to talk about with everybody, to kind of kick things off. First things first. And we have an upgrade for your BoldTrail. You may have noticed it now says BoldTrail Pro in the corner for everybody, which is very exciting stuff. That comes with some different things that we're going to be touching base on, mainly for support resources. So you may notice there's a familiar face in here for Allison at least, but then a fresh face for everybody else. This is Day. She is a member of the Pro support team. She's here to talk about the support resources that we have available for a Pro.
Perfect. So right before day begins, I just want to make sure if you're on this call, please make sure that you have your BoldTrail open. So maybe you can put that on a different screen, so that when Julia is talking about our Pro account, you can start to see the changes that we're offering you. And I just want to take a step back, over the past. So with BoldTrail, we kind of began this process in August and has gotten the system set up. We've started to see how everyone is kind of starting to put their toe in the water to see how BoldTrail works. But during that time, Pascal and I really were hearing about needing more support. So I just want to really recognize Pascal in this moment because she stepped in and said, we need more. So BoldTrail Pro is what we are now offering to all of our agents to ensure that not only do you utilize the system, but like Day is going to talk about, you have more one-on-one support. So we're no longer going to be put into the general support system. We are actually working with the pro team that is one-on-one and will offer you the highest level of support. So this is, in my opinion, this is a big deal. It's a value add. And I really hope for all of you that you begin to see how the investment that we're putting into BoldTrail as a brokerage, but hoping for you within your own businesses. So, Day, do you want to talk a little bit more about all of it?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to meet everyone. My name is Day. I am part of the pro support team. Whenever you guys do end up calling in down the road, you'll meet my other colleagues, Sonia, Claire, and Stephanie. So we are very much so excited to help you guys out and so nice meeting you. And yeah, just with what Allison said, you guys can give us a call if you have any questions about the system, how to use the system. Of course, I think Julia might touch on this too. When you do have some access to your account, some of you already might have, but we do have your training videos that you can watch to at least get acquainted with the system, know what it's about, what you can use. Should be under that more button on the left side of the screen. Then we'll click on training and learning path here. It'll take you to our training portal where we have a bunch of videos to help you get acquainted with the system. What features we have and what BoldTrail has to offer. So once we have that watched, and if you have any further questions about a specific feature or kind of just need a little more of a walkthrough with how to use it, that's where we come in. Like Allison mentioned, as a pro member, you have a higher level of support, and I know everyone pretty much does their operations differently. So what I come across every day is kind of helping out each agent figure out how to use our features based on what goal they have. That comes with, again, your marketing stuff here in BoldTrail Pro, search alerts, listing alerts, sending that over to your clients, how to do that, how to set up drip campaigns, those automated communications to send to your clients, and even your website. So any specific questions you guys have about that, we're here to help. And I'm really, really excited to help you guys out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To also, I love playing Vanna White for Day. That is really fun for me. But another thing to point out here is the chat bubble widget, which we've covered on previous calls, has been updated for you as well to reflect this change to the account. So you will see here, we do still have that chat with us option that's here, but now here we have the pro support phone number and pro support email. So this is the email you're going to want to use if you need to email a case over to our pro support team, prosupport@boldtrail.com. And then that phone number right there, I usually recommend saving that in your phone as a contact just in case you're on the go and need something or have a quick question for the pro support team. Absolutely something that is to have right there at your fingertips. So you will still have access to that chat bubble widget. You will have some newer contact information in there for support. So definitely check that out. And I do want to emphasize that Day is just one of a team of support people over here that are ready and able to help you with your issues. Everybody on that team is super knowledgeable. They are fantastic people. I get to brag on my support friends over there. But they are wonderful, a wonderful resource for y'all. So hopefully you get to sort of explore the benefits of that.
Love it. Julia, will you make sure that our meeting is recorded?
Oh, it always is.
Okay, perfect. And as we come, I want to hear from the agents just based on what we're talking about right now. I know I had introduced it last week in the newsletter, but do you guys have any questions? This is your time to ask questions about pro support. Any thoughts? Where are you guys with this?
I'm gonna, it's Mary weighing in.
Mhm.
I'm curious how there's a lot of weird stuff going on with my smart number, um, and how it links with my voicemail. So, and it started once we went live with BoldTrail. So it may or may not be something that's germane to today's conversation. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like pre-screening people all of a sudden. And if they don't introduce themselves, it dumps them off. Or I'm getting group texts where my I think my smart number is separating, like I'll send a group text and then there will be an individual text sent from me as well, separate. And it happened for a group, two groups that I'm in, and people were going, "Why are you texting me separately?" And I'm like, "I'm not." So it's doing some interesting things, the two numbers going through my mobile number. So I'm a stress tester, but that's what I'm finding that's happening. It was screening one of my brothers who was calling, and
Mhm.
he's kind of special needs, so it was a little bit difficult for him to get through to me.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure. I think it's the smart number that's linked that's a little bit of a barrier to calls getting through to me.
Got it.
Okay. So I will create a case with our pro support team for you, Mary, so that they can take a look at that. I don't want to dive too deeply on specific support issues because
Yeah.
I don't want to take up too much a day's time for
Understood.
her day to day. But just wanted to make sure that we do have real people on the support team. They are real live people, I promise. Every time I say that, I promise y'all it's true. So Day and her team, they are there to help. Absolutely. So if you ever have a problem like Mary, definitely feel free to reach out to pro support so that they can take a look at things.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And is that right now what Mary talked about? So we have something in, right? So someone will get back to Mary, like what's the next step? Like once an agent like sends that request to pro, now what will
Mhm.
happen, Day? Just so they see the process.
Absolutely. Once you send in your request, you should be getting a follow-up email to let you know that someone's taken the case and someone's investigating the case. Once we get that first touch in, we might have some follow-up clarifying questions for you just so we can further investigate. And then we can go from there. If you guys want to keep the communication via email, we can keep that via email. Or if you guys prefer a phone call, we're more than happy to give you guys a call based on your availability so we can get everything handled. In terms of updates, so sometimes there are cases that take just a little bit longer just because there's more levels of teams involved. So we are going to be your first point of contact there if it's handled by support, and we'll make sure to keep you updated on the case until resolution.
Okay. Thank you, Day. Okay, are we ready to jump into the training topic, or does anyone else have a question about pro? Anything here? Because Day is going to jump off the call now. So I'm just curious. Anything there?
Let's go. Time is precious. Let's go and
All
jump
right.
into the
Pascal's
training.
ready to rock and roll. So
I see George.
Oh,
you're the
George
boss. All
has
right.
his hand up, Pascal.
Day. Oops, somebody's got their hand up. Okay, let's
George?
see.
Yeah,
All right,
I have a
George,
quick
what you got?
question. So Allison, you'll teach me how to do the voice mail. A voice, yeah, voicemail for my smart number. That's one. Two is I needed to send out a blast of emails, and I got support really quickly, so that was really nice to see. But secondly, how do I know that what I sent did not go to their spam? Is there a way of controlling that?
That's a good
And you can
question.
follow up
So
with that later.
yeah, we definitely can help. Our support team can definitely take a look at any if you're having any sort of email deliverability issues, and they'll go over that with you. Different things we can do to help improve that, so we can prevent things from going to spam.
Okay.
It could be a matter. It could be something as simple as like maybe the subject line has something spammy in it. It could be wanting to make sure that we're using the correct type of email address, something that's not like an at Gmail or Yahoo, something that's more
Right.
a domain name. Um, so the pro support team can look at all of that with you. Absolutely, George.
Thank you so much,
I
Julia.
have that for you, George.
Thank you.
Okay. Julia, before we jump in, Pascal, do you want to talk a little bit about the meeting we just had and how you wanted to shift this meeting based on what you feel the agents need?
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
here's my stuff. I think BoldTrail is honestly the best platform, that we have right now. So that's the reason we're working with you guys. But I'm gonna talk as Pascal Real Estate, not the broker, not San Diego Castle. I'm also selling real estate, as you might know. So just I'm the broker, but right now the real estate. It is not an easy program. So that's the reason I'm happy that my broker, haha, my broker went to pro. But I really want agent, you have social media going to be great. I know you're doing your stuff, but I want to every day, what can I do to just really embrace BoldTrail in my business? What I'm personally very excited about is the drip campaign. Or specifically, I just got a brand new listing. Yay! How can BoldTrail help me with a new listing? So if we could go into that direction, we can either maybe start with you got a new listing, no what? There's a couple of marketing pieces that we can go, but more than that, set up a drip campaign to my clients, the seller. What should I send my seller? Automatically, I know, hey, we are active. Congratulations. Hey, this is the weekly market report. Hey, we have an open house coming up. Hey, don't forget to do this. So that's very important. This is where person in my business, BoldTrail, going to make a big difference.
Okay. All right, there we go. And I appreciate that, Pascal. I definitely want to make sure that we are addressing those types of things and talking about the different things that BoldTrail can help us do. And so, Day, if you want to hop off, you're able to. So, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate that. We'll let you get back to
Bye.
support land.
Nice to meet all of you. I'll be heading out. Bye.
Hi,
Uh,
thank you.
There we go. We'll let Day head on over back to support land. We had talked about, Allison and I had talked about looking at a couple of things like social and squeeze pages, which we can use to help boost your social media presence, as well as help with things like lead generation. But I'm open to changing things up, Pascal, if you'd rather talk about some
Yes,
different
please.
topics today.
Because I know social media, you're going through a lot of amazing changes.
Mhm.
So we could maybe wait, but
Yeah.
both listings. So you see, just like social media, okay, I have a new listing. Know what? How can I just make sure that more people are seeing in social media? So, oh, I haven't look at my account. I have a new listing.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see. So, helping to get the word out about listings. Let me see if it'll come on. Do not start being slow with me. All these nice people on my call. Don't you start. All right, let's see. Here we go. Okay,
Okay,
so we've
first
got
one.
some different ones. The very first one right up here.
Yes, please.
So,
Yeah, you remember that's still annoying that we always have everything in double. I don't know why.
if it's listed in multiple MLSs that are
Yeah,
attached
I
to the
know.
account, that's going to be why.
Yeah, it's
Um,
because we're in two MLSs. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we can come into the listing itself and look at some different options in there for things that we can do. But one of my favorite things, Pascal, when it comes to advertising a new listing is actually the promote a listing playbook. So I think that'll be really helpful for people because there's a lot that we could do with that playbook actually. So let me pull that up really quick. That is going to be under this more option down here and playbooks. So we're going to see it right there. Now, y'all, we just had the Super Bowl yesterday, so I love that they're called playbooks. Like we have a little football, but they are a way to help you win. That's a plan to help you win, right? That's why we call them playbooks. So I'm gonna click on this Open Playbook button for the Promote a Listing playbook. This is designed to help you when it comes to advertising that listing. So I'm gonna click Start Promoting here. Again, while we're working in the system, I am logged in as Pascal, so we're seeing everything as she would see it if she's working on her computer here. So there's different sections to the Promote a Listing playbook. The very first one is your listing promotion plays. Okay, so the very first one in here is notify agents. This is going to allow you to email everybody in your office and say, hey guys, I've got this cool new listing. Let me know if you got anybody who's interested. It's really great. It'll have stuff about the property itself. It uses a template to pull all of this up. So we will be able to send that out to agents in your office. You can also send it to a specific team, or you can choose which agents you want to send this out to, which is really cool. We also have the contact matching buyers option. Now, this is a really neat option here because what it will do is the system has two options here. The first is System Smart List. So the system will look through your contacts and check and see if we have any potential buyers that would match this listing based on the search criteria they've already done, or a search alert that's already set up for them, right? It's going to be able to compile that list for us. Go ahead, Pascal.
Ask you, it will be based only on my list,
Yes.
not the office list, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay,
It is
gotcha.
based on your list of contacts when you're
Okay.
working in this playbook. The other option is custom list. So if you have a contacts filter that you want to use to compile this list, or let's say everybody with a particular hashtag, let's say we have leads who have this zip code as a hashtag on their contact profile, we could use that hashtag here to pull in the list of contacts, because leads with that hashtag for that particular zip code, they're probably going to be interested in listings in that area, right?
Right.
So it's a really good filter option for us to use. And in here, we have two options. We can send a text message, or we can schedule an email. Again, these are both going to use templates here. If you have a different template you want to use, you can utilize that here. But the listing announcement is basically to go, hey, there's a new property. It's coming up on the market, and I think you might be interested in this one. You might want to check it out. That's essentially what this email and the text message are going to do for you. So it is a really, really neat option there to help get the word out. Okay. The next thing in here is utilizing a custom text code. So we do have the option to have a text code here for the listing that will be set up for the smart number here. You can put this text code on anything you need: signage, flyers, postcards, you name it. Leads will text the smart number with that code to get the listing link. Okay. In return, what's going to happen is we're going to be collecting their phone number to start engaging with them. So it is a really good option for some lead generation there, which is really cool. I'm
So
gonna
just a minute.
Whoop, go ahead, George.
Sorry, Julia. So basically, they'll text the code, and when they text the code, they'll get the information about the property, but you will be able to get their phone number to create the lead generation.
Yes.
Okay. That's just great.
So yeah, it's really awesome stuff. So they'll go ahead, they'll get that link to check out the information on the BoldTrail website. So that's what the link will give them. It'll take them right to your agent website. And then while they're there, they're going to check out the listing first, George, but maybe they'll want to poke around a little bit, maybe check out some other listings. So there's other things that they could be looking at there, which is really cool. And it can be very, very useful. So any other questions before we move into the next section here?
I have a question.
What's up, Mary?
About the text code. Like I could make a sign writer, for example, that would go on my listing with that text, whatever, to that number. And it will, as you do maybe add photographs or a price change, for example, everything will flow to that same text code. It will not change. Like all the MLS information will flow. I don't have to get an updated text code, correct?
Correct. Yes. So this is the text code for this particular listing here. So the neat thing about it is that with BoldTrail, anytime you are updating photos on the listing in the MLS, we're going to get that data and we're going to bring it in, and we're going to see that data, that updated data, reflected on the website as well. So there's different places where we'll see the updated MLS information come through, and that is one of them. So you don't have to do a new text code anytime you make updates there.
So which means they always begin in the latest and greatest and nothing outdated because
Correct.
of that. Got it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Really great questions so far. I am loving it. So then we talk about leveraging social media. Okay. So there's a few different options in here. We see two categories right off the bat. There's property boost and digital promotion. Has anybody in here used a property boost before?
No.
No? All right, so we'll talk about the property boost first. Wait, go ahead, Mary.
Is it through Facebook? That property boost?
It does do it through Facebook. Gold star, Mary. Well done. Yes. So
I have done it.
Wow.
I've done it.
So Property Boost is a paid
Go off.
ad that uses Facebook advertising. Right on the money, Mary Lawler. Well done.
Nice.
So the cost of this is going to depend on how long the ad runs. The lowest tier is 1 week at $69. The highest tier is 4 weeks at $250. Now, the cool thing with the Property Boost ads comparing to, like, let's say posting a link to your social media business page, because when you post your business page, your followers can see it, they can share with their buddies, it's all very fun. What happens with this ad, because of what Mary just pointed out, it is an ad on Facebook, so it will use their ad targeting, which means it's going to target potential leads within a 15-mile radius of the target area for the ad. Okay. So that is essentially going to cast a wider net for potential leads that we could generate for this listing. Really, really cool stuff. Property Boosts also have seller statistics that we can utilize and send to the seller as well. So that is a bonus point there for Property Boost.
Question.
Mhm.
Can you change the text or it is what it is?
So the ad is going to generate the text for the ad is going to generate that text based on the listing itself.
Gotcha.
But it will display a photo of the listing there, and it will have a link to your agent website. Any links you see for the playbook are going to be agent specific in here. Okay.
Can you change the
Also-
circle, the radius?
So we're not able to look at that here because
Okay.
we don't have it open to start
Okay.
looking at a Property Boost.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, George. It's a really great
Yeah.
question. Okay.
What I found
By
too was
default,
I think it took like the first 3 photographs.
Mhm.
So make sure your first 3 photographs are awesome.
Yeah.
Because that will
Thank
capture
you.
people's attention. If it's a floor plan or something, it might not do that. That's what I found with
Great
my
point.
prior Property Boosts.
Love it.
Great point there, Mary. Absolutely. Now, George, I will say that by default, the target area that's going to be set for it is where the listing is located. Okay.
Okay.
If you need to move that target area to somewhere else, you can. To give you a really great example, I have an account that I work with who he is based out of Atlanta. Okay. Andre does 2 Property Boost ads for his listings. He has one that is more for leads in the Atlanta area and where that listing is located, but he also gets a lot of leads from California. And so he'll actually I think he's more like Northern California. And so he will set a target area for that area of California to say, hey, I've got this listing in Atlanta, come check me out. So we can absolutely have 2 boosts running simultaneously for the same listing if we need to. So it's a really great example of something like that. But
Okay.
just how you can change that target area if you need to as well.
Yeah, the reason I ask is because there are 2 offices, right? And there's
Mhm.
apart. Then this way you can kind of promote each other,
Yep,
right?
absolutely. If you're going to promote somebody else's listing, just please make sure you have their permission first.
No,
That's
no, I
always
mean, I'm
my
talking
rule
about
of
Scott
thumb.
Quinn. I'm talking
Oh,
Scott Quinn
yes.
in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So that's always something that we can take a look at there. The other option for social media is digital promotion. So you'll notice when I click this, we see a squeeze page stored pop up in the bottom left corner, because what this playbook will do is it will go ahead and generate a squeeze page for us. If you're not familiar with what that is, don't worry, it's okay. The squeeze page is essentially like a search results page that takes us to either multiple properties if we're looking for that, or it can take us to a single property here. So this will take us to a squeeze page for just this listing on Pascal's agent website. See that URL right there? That's her agent website. So it's going to take them right there. You do have buttons to go ahead and post to Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest right off the bat in here, which is really great. It'll also create a landing page. Landing page is going to be very similar here, except it doesn't have that top level navigation. So we won't have like search, sell, agent roster links, that kind of thing at the top. It's just going to pop them on that landing page. for them to be able to check out information on the listing. Same thing here. We do have Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest buttons to go ahead and post. And we have Craigslist. Craigslist is still around, y'all. It's still here. It's still being used. Um, it's not creepy like it used to be back in the day. And we also have a Google Chrome extension for Craigslist now, which is really cool. So we can utilize that to auto post if we need to, which is neat. You do see a little bit about that. Each of these options is going to have a hashtag on it. Property Boost will as well. So when leads register on the website after coming in through one of those options, that hashtag will be placed on their contact profile automatically. I see Allison's hand is raised. What you got, Allison?
I just want to add on to this and just get your feedback. So now that we're all in BoldTrail, we're in the system, we get our listings. What preparation needs to be done on the agent's part to ensure that you have the link to their Facebook page, you have the link? So what preparation needs to be done to meet this opportunity of a listing?
Ooh, very good question.
Get it, girl.
If I click this, I know, gold star to Allison. This is really great. I have a kind of like a demo Facebook account that I use for work. So let's see what happens when I press the button. Let's see what this does. It's going to take me right here to Facebook where I could sign in. And I'm probably logged out because this was last week when I last logged into it. Let's see what it does. It's thinking really hard. Let's see. Come on. Okay, there we go. It's just going to go right to, I don't have to log back in. That's exciting. So it's going to go right here. It's going to go ahead and put, here's the link to that squeeze page that we were looking at a moment ago. So I can put a caption in here. It's going to go right there for me.
Feel free to promote it. Go for it, girl.
I don't know if any of my friends are on here.
Scary looking Facebook page.
I give you my approval.
No, but Julia, my question was for the links for agents' own Facebook profiles. Are they making sure that it's updated on their profile page? Like where in the system does their social media links, where does it need to be to ensure that when they have a listing, they're set up and ready to go? So it's not like you get the listing and you're scrambling, oh my God, it's not attached to my Facebook.
So
like, where is that step in this process?
So essentially, when we click this post button, it's just going to take me to where I can go post it to Facebook. It's not looking at anything that's connected for social media connections set up in BoldTrail or anything like that. It's simply going to allow me to log into Facebook or pull up my Facebook page to be able to make that post. Now, to Allison's point, this is where I would be careful because see, this is more like a demo account here. It's not my personal Facebook because I don't access that on my work computer because I'm a doom scroller. I don't want the distraction. But this is a really good point here. So make sure that when you are sharing those links from inside the playbook that you are logged into your business page here. So that way it's posting to the appropriate place. Okay. Just make sure it's not trying to pull up your personal Facebook there because we want to promote it on the business page to your followers there. You can also share it to your personal page if you need to, but we want to make sure we're promoting right. So however Pascal and Allison prefer for those to be shared, that's what we want to take a look at. Okay. All right. And that is actually kind of a preview as well. When we're going to be looking at connecting for auto postings to social media, that is something that we are going to be looking at on a future call. So get excited. And then the last section we have here in the playbook is follow up and communicate. This is a big one because when we bring these leads in, we want to engage with them, right? We want to communicate with those leads because we want them to become our clients so we can close that deal. That's the ultimate goal, right? I don't want anybody else talking to a lead that I've generated. So the first thing we have in here for the follow up and communicate section is to initiate a seller report email. So if you have the seller for this listing as a contact in BoldTrail, you can go ahead and type their name in to pull them up, and you can send them a seller report about this listing. So that way they know and can see some stats there about what we're doing to promote it. Okay? Really
Hold
fun
on.
stuff.
And
Yep.
how does the system knows?
So, because we're looking at this listing as an example here, do you know if that seller is in your contacts, Pascal?
Yeah,
Okay, who's the seller?
Margaret Edward.
Uh, let's see. How do you spell the last name?
EDWA. They better be there. Here we go.
Michael
That's her
Edwards.
husband. Yep.
Okay, so Michael's in here. He's the husband for this listing. So when we pull him up, this is the seller report email that we can send out to the contact. It's going to go ahead and give us a breakdown for online views. We can be able to see that activity. There'll be updates as well for this. So as we're getting metrics pulled in for this listing, it's going to give them updated data.
Wait, but that's only on the people who just check on my website, nothing else.
Yes. So every squeeze page, landing page link that's in here, even the property boost link that leads would click on, Pascal, would be for you because I'm in this playbook as you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, for example, it's just a report. It's a limit, what I call a limited seller report. It's a report
Ah, I
only
see, because it's
based
looking at the
on
agent site versus the
made
company site.
exactly, not on, I want to just have a seller report. Can I, for example, let me rephrase my question differently. Can I add something to that report? Can I manually type something to them?
So we're not able to type inside of this email, unfortunately. So if you are looking to craft something specific for them, that would be something I would send outside of the playbook for this.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the playbook, where we are, let me make sure that we are all on the same page.
Mhm.
What you show us is only a report based on how many people look at the website. And I'm guessing also we'll have a report on the social media if I was to promote social media, or only website.
So this is basically going to show them. So as we can see from this, it's looking at the online views. So it is talking about the agent specific website. So we're
That's clear.
advertising
Yeah.
this listing on the agent website, right? If we're sharing all those links out and starting to get eyes on it, that's where we're going to get those online views from. Okay.
Yeah.
We can
So it
check the
doesn't
listing
report,
itself.
yeah, it
Go ahead.
doesn't report how many people click. Well, I guess, yeah, because if I was to do a week promotion on
Mhm.
Facebook, that would, when people are going to click, it's going to go there, right? It's
So
going to
this
show
is just the
there.
seller report email, okay? For property boosts, to your point, for the property boosts, this does give us a little bit more information that the seller could see, and we can actually see how many impressions, how many clicks, and how
Yeah.
many leads come from the property boost, how many leads were generated there. So the property boost can give us a little bit of information that we can utilize when talking to the seller as well. Okay,
Okay.
does that help? Whoops.
Yes,
There we
thank
go.
you.
Yeah, of course. The other thing we can do for follow-up and communication, of course, is activate a smart campaign. So we can choose a smart campaign that we want leads that we generate to be placed on when they come into BoldTrail. So this allows us to automate some of the communication that's coming in. These are also known as drip campaigns, and this kind of leads into Pascal's other question, which is, looking at the drip campaigns. What do we want to do for engagement there? So this is one way that we can go ahead and get, whack my microphone. One way we can go ahead and get that ball rolling for any leads that we are foreseeing coming in as a result of the playbook. Okay. I talk with my hands. It's a hazard hitting my mic. A little bit there.
So
But any other questions on the promote a listing playbook?
I'm sorry, I was maybe distracted. I'm not sure I understood the activate the smart campaign.
Yeah, so for this, we can choose a smart campaign that we want to apply to all contacts that come in from the different plays on this playbook. So people who come in from the squeeze page or the landing page, what smart campaign or drip campaign do we
Okay,
want them
gotcha.
on
I've
from the
got the
start?
connection now. Okay.
Yeah. We also have the option to use the default campaign just if we want to. If there's not a specific one or a customized one that we have, we can simply skip this play or just use the default.
Okay, and I'm sorry, guys, if I repeat a lot of stuff, but that I want to make sure that we're on the same page.
No, yeah,
So
of course.
someone gonna click on the website and give the information.
Hmm.
That's Mr. Potential Buyer gonna be into my BoldTrail, and
Hmm.
then Mr. Buyer, no, because I activate the smart campaign, gonna start receiving information from me.
Yes. So
Okay,
the smart campaign allows us to have some automatic communication go out via text and email.
that's huge.
Um,
Mhm.
So it will also give you tasks. So this kind of leads me into the smart campaigns talk. So if we're good, why don't we hop to the smart campaigns and check that out?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go take a look. Now, all of that is going to be under the marketing tab here in BoldTrail, which has that little bullhorn icon or megaphone, as some people like to put it. And then they are right here on the second row. Here is that tile. The cool thing with the smart campaigns is that each one is designed for something different. They are all designed for different situations in the system. So we have this column that says starts when. So this tells you when the campaign is going to be triggered and who it's designed for. Um, the one that I see that happens the most often, and it looks like we've got the smart campaigns turned off for right now. That's okay. But the one I see trigger the most often in a lot of accounts that I work with is this one right here. It's the system default buyer. The reason why I see it trigger the most often is because of how it's set up. So it's set up to start when the status is new lead and it's designed for buyers. So whenever leads come in through the website, more often than not, they're going to be buyer leads. And number two, they're going to have new lead status. Those are the two criteria that we're looking to meet for this campaign. So when they come in, boom, here we go. They're going to be started on this one. I'm going to open it up. So you can see this is kind of just the logic up here for the campaign. And then we have the campaign actions. This is the heart and soul of a smart campaign. This is basically telling it what we want to send out and when. Okay. So this campaign in particular is designed to immediately send a text message. And then 5 hours later, it'll send them an email. And then it's also going to give you a call task. That is all day one. Okay. And then if you start looking at the actions, it's going to start alternating that engagement for us. Day two, it'll do a text. Day three, there's an email to the contact, and there's a task that goes out to the agent, as well as another text message. But it's going to start kind of alternating that for us, right? We're going to start kind of going through all of that. Now, if we get to the end of this campaign and we haven't had any engagement there, what the system will do is it has an option to go ahead and change them to prospect status, because if that's the case and that's what's happening, they're probably somebody who's just kind of looking around right now, trying to get some ideas about things. And so it puts them on that prospect buyer campaign. The prospect buyer campaign is built very differently. It's going to do outreach every 30 days. So compare that to the default buyer, which was every day. This is every 30 days. It's just a quick touch point to say, hey, just want to check in. Just want to see how you're doing. Let me know if you need any help. That's what it's trying to do. Okay. I see Kathy's hand is up. Kathy, my mom's name is the same. It's spelled the exact same way. What you got for me?
So on the right, I see the edit button.
Mhm.
What can you edit on these? Can you edit the text to make it more your voice? Can you edit uh, the time frame? What is editable in these specific tasks?
Really, really great question, Kathy. Gold star. Um, so for each campaign action, like she said, we do have an edit button here. If I click this, it's going to show me there is a template that we're using on here. I don't know why it just went away. I didn't click that. Hang on. Let's see. I'm going to open it up again. All right. Let's see. Oop, here we go. Okay. I'm going to hit edit here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right. So here's the template that it's using. Okay. And we can see what that template says right here. Now, it's not going to allow me to make changes to this because this is a template that's already pulled up in that's already set up in the system. But we do have a way to update any system templates in there, so we can do that. But we can change when it goes out. So this is set out to go out at the 30-day mark here, right? So we can change when that happens. Now, here's my caution for this. If this is a smart campaign that is being used by multiple team members, okay? This is definitely one of them because it is a system out of the box template that comes with your BoldTrail account, okay? For something like this, I would clone the campaign first and then make your changes to that clone or copy. The reason why is because we can make changes to it, make it sound more like Kathy, but then is it going to also sound like George? Does that
So
make sense?
that if you edit that, it will change for everyone.
So if you're editing a company smart campaign, it can change it for everyone, yes. So I
Oh,
recommend cloning the campaign, and it'll make a very simple copy with all of the campaign actions. The whole thing will get a copy. And it'll just be system prospect buyer copy is going to be the name of it. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? So you can change the name of it to be whatever you want it to be there, Kathy. And then you can utilize this that copy in place of the company campaign that you were looking at. I'm also a work smarter, not harder kind of gal. So if I'm going to make a new campaign, I might start with one of the system ones and make a clone of it to have kind of a template for myself, something that I can work with and not have to completely make one from scratch.
so then
So
once I clone it, then I could change the text in it.
So once you clone it, then you can add whatever templates you want to it. And that's the other piece inside the Smart Campaigns tile for the marketing tab here, Kathy, is we do have a templates button up here. This is where all of the system templates that are used by the automations like birthdays and anniversaries and the Smart Campaigns, all of them live here. So if we need to change what emails we have for the prospect buyer one, these are all the emails that it's trying to use that we could potentially see used for the prospect buyer campaigns. Notice they all just have clone right here. So because they are system templates, we don't have an edit button there like we would if we created this template ourselves. But what I can do is I can hit clone and I can change the name if I want to. It's going to be on my agent scope up here, so just for me. And then I can go ahead and make whatever changes I want and then hit clone template.
Perfect.
So then all I have to do is just swap it out on the smart campaign at that point.
And it'll save it. It'll save your changes for the next buyer prospect.
So what it will do is it'll make a copy of that template for you. Okay. So then once you have that copy, you'll want to go into the smart campaign and swap it out. So whichever one you're trying to replace, that's where you're going to want to go swap it out. Okay. I saw George's hand up a moment ago. George, did you still have a question? Oops, looks like you're muted. Hang on. Yep, hang on just a second, Pascal. I saw George's hand before. Hang on.
No, I think
just wanna make
Pascal
sure
was
he's okay.
first. Go ahead,
Okay.
Pascal, and then I'll go
Okay, go
after
ahead,
you.
Pascal.
Okay, broker talking now. My concern is, so template in here where you are great. People, if you want to do one, they clone, they do their own. But where you were before, I'm concerned that someone gonna start making the change before doing a clone campaign.
Inside the campaign itself,
Yes.
it's not gonna let you.
Okay,
So
good. That's
yeah,
what I want to double check.
so what happens, and I've actually tested this myself, Pascal.
Okay,
I've been
okay,
in here and tried to make changes. It's not gonna let me.
Okay, perfect. Done. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, you can create new templates on the fly, but you can't edit one that's already in there. Now, the cool thing with having pro support, as you all do, if you are looking to make any custom smart campaigns and you're running into any issues with that, reach out to pro support and tell them, hey, I'd love for somebody to walk through helping me build a smart campaign. This is what I want to do, and they can walk through that with you. It is absolutely wonderful. I have other accounts who have pro and they use that absolutely. It is a fantastic resource to have when it comes to building things like that. So really, really cool stuff. And you know what, Pascal? I thought I put the new one in here, but I don't see it. I will get this added in for you later. But we also have a smart campaign that has a homeowner newsletter in it. It's set up for the whole year, and I can get the new one and pop it in for you, Pascal. I'll pull up the old one just so you can see it. It is set up to run for the full year. So it's going to be just like this, except for 2026. Okay. And once a month, it'll send out an email with homeowner tips, different kinds of homeowner tips each month. And they're kind of themed based on the month that we're in as well. It is designed for Sphere seller leads by default. I believe the one that I'm going to upload into there is for Sphere buyer and seller leads. But I always recommend putting it on your closed contacts, actually. Anybody you've done business with in the past and sold a home to, because they're going to want those home buying tips too, right? I know I would. I love getting like pro tips for things. That is fantastic. So it's a great way to have a continual touch point there for your closed contacts and a great way to share information with them too. I'll see if I can go ahead and grab that share token. Here we go. While I'm pulling that in, any other questions on the campaigns?
Yes. So,
What you got,
so you have a
George?
campaign, right? And
Mhm.
you have a follow-up of 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Let's
Mhm.
say they say, oh, this is great. And I cloned it, I added my template, and then now, and when the 30 days comes up, it's going to send them out. But what if something changes right before the 30 days? Like, oh, shoot. And now it sends me an old, outdated one. Do I get a warning to say, by the way, tomorrow at noon, the next 30 days going to go out? This way I could say, oh, let me check, make sure I did put the latest and greatest info on that.
So the smart campaign it does not send a heads up for what's going to be sent out next in regards to communication.
Hmm.
Now, the cool thing with smart campaigns is that if you have a contact, like let's say you have a contact, George, that you're already working with, right?
Hmm.
And is on a smart campaign. That you're actively engaging with them, but maybe we want to make sure that we don't have anything automated going out right now because we don't want it to say anything weird to the client, or
Right.
kind of like backslide on the conversation we're having. Um, every time, and we don't have an active smart campaign here. Again, the smart campaigns are currently turned off on Pascal's account. But if we had one here, there's actually a pause button for it. So you can pause the campaign. That will hold off on any further actions that it takes. And you can continue to engage with that lead however you want. You can unpause it at any time. There's also a delete option for it anytime you have a smart campaign on a contact profile. So that way you can remove the smart campaign entirely from that contact if you need to. Mhm. Does that help, George?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course. I
Could
wanted to
you
make sure
show
y'all know you
us?
have that full control there.
So the newsletter gonna be
Mhm.
under the list Sphere homeowner. Is it
Yep.
correct?
I'm gonna
Monthly?
Yeah, let me pop back in here, Pascal. I heard my email go off, so I think it's in here now, but let me check. Yeah, here it is. Sphere Homeowner 2026. This is the one I was talking about.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
And so even though it's designed for Sphere buyer seller leads, you can put this on any lead you want once you make it active. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so like I said, here is the full
Let's go on
campaign.
up in February, for example, so we have an idea of what it is.
Yeah. So February's warm up your space, cozy home tips for February. Really,
No, we
really
need
great.
AC in San Diego.
Yeah, so you can always update this if you need to. That's the beauty. Like that's why I give you a copy of this so you can take it and make it your own however you need to. Because you're based in San Diego, maybe we don't want to have something about cozying up the home in here. Maybe some of the information needs to get changed. So the added benefit is if you need to change this for everyone to be more San Diego-y, for lack of a better way of putting it, Pascal, you can absolutely update that template that's on here.
So the one that you show me is
Mhm.
the same. If I'm making a change, it will be on mine only, but not on everybody, or do you have to clone this one again?
So if you want to make copies just for yourself
Yes.
to update, I would clone it.
Okay, clone again.
If
So the
Yep,
goal is
if you
clone everything. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
if you want to update it for everybody, then you can just update the template and then change it on the campaign action in here.
Okay.
Mhm.
And if I don't like one, so I can edit a little bit. I don't like one, I can remove. For example, I don't like the one from
Mhm.
February, I can just not send it.
Yeah, you can not send
Okay.
it, or you can edit that template to so that way they still have some stuff going out, but you can make it more for your area.
Gotcha.
The April one, for example, this is talking about making the home more energy efficient with spring around the corner. So there's some different things that you'll want to probably take a look at there, just to kind of review it. Again, this is not an active campaign right now, so it gives you time to review each month and see if there's any tweaks that you want to make to this. So definitely something to check out there. But I wanted to make sure you have a copy so that you can play around with it and use it for yourselves.
Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. I did hear that email go off, so it's now telling me it's available in BoldTrail, which we already know because we're already in it. Um, so I know we're very close to time, but any other questions on the smart campaigns?
Mm-mm. Team, did you think it's
No?
helpful? Is it really more clear to you guys?
Yeah, it's
Feeling
better.
good? I love getting
Okay.
the 2 thumbs up from George, not just one. That sounds really awesome to me. It's like, the movie reviews. 2 thumbs up. That's always a good one, right? There we go. So what we can cover on the next call is, I know Allison, you and I had talked about listing machines specifically, but while I've got you here, would you like to change it up and go over the social feature and the squeeze pages like we were gonna do today?
It's up to
What would you like to
Pascal.
do?
Do we want to stay on this trend, Pascal, that we go stay with listings? Because Julia, Pascal and I were talking this morning, if there are
Hmm.
changes coming to Design Studio, there potentially we should
Hmm.
wait for social media until that happens.
It's a good
Or
point. Okay.
when will that happen? Like when can we expect that Design Studio will be updated?
I don't have an ETA right now off the top of my
Okay.
head. I haven't heard about an in-house demo yet for that. So as soon as I get the demo, you know what, you know me, Allison, I'm gonna be taking notes during that demo for what I see. So that way I can make note of what things are going to be really cool for you and your team. Um, when it comes to design center, so we can hold off on that for right now. And I know we weren't able to go into the listings page itself too much today, but we can definitely look at that on our next call, as well as stuff for listing machine.
Okay, let's vote, guys. Do you want to do listing machine or do you want to go someone else? Listing machine, show
List,
your hands. If you want something else,
listing
It's
machine or
great.
social media?
We're here. I don't know.
Listing.
listing.
Machine.
All right,
Okay,
All right.
executive
listing machine.
order. Team say listing machine next time, please.
All right, listing machine it is. I love it. We are a democracy over here. That is great. Our next call is scheduled for March 2nd, 12 p.m. Pacific. So
I just want to
please.
mention
Yep.
one thing, Julia. Let's
Mhm.
say that just as a reminder, what Julia said about pro support. Let's say that you're like, I want to get into the social. I don't want to wait. Don't wait for us next month or in
Yeah.
a few months. Call pro support,
Hmm.
talk to them about your business, and then they'll start to create what you want. Don't wait for these meetings if you have something else on your mind.
Yeah. Pro support is there to help. That is their entire purpose. They are here to help, whether it is something that we need to troubleshoot for like a bug, or whether you have questions about how something works. Explore around, talk to support, let them know. A great example of that is the call I was just on before this one. We talked about smart campaigns to go over for our next team call for that account. And they're going to go ahead and start taking a look at it before we do the call. So they're going to be, kind of looking at some things there. You can absolutely start working ahead if you like for that. That is totally an option. Yeah, don't wait around for this stuff. Feel free to explore. Absolutely. I love that, Allison. That was a great point. Gold star to you. There we go. Um,
Great meeting, Julia. Thank you
Thank you, Julia.
very
That
much.
was awesome.
Outstanding.
absolutely.
Outstanding meeting.
Pascal, I think you were absolutely right for us to go and pivot the plan there for today. I think it ended up being really, really awesome. So I appreciate that input. Thank you. I really and truly do. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their Monday and a wonderful week. I will see you all again on March 2nd.
Good. And this call will be on the internet and in the newsletter this week. So
Mhm.
you'll have the recording. Thanks, Julia.
All right,
Thank
take
you. God
care.
Bye.
bless.
Thank you.
Bye.